Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Series Disney Plus Wave 5, the Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure Wave. Here we have the first up in the wave. As you can see, I am just going to go right down in order, right here on the side, and end with Kingpin before we get to the Build-A-Figure of the Hydra Stomper Steve Rogers. So here we have Warrior Gamora. So this was from What If Season 1. Maybe Season 2, I don't know what the Season 2 is going to be holding for the Marvel Studios What If Disney Plus animated series. But Warrior Gamora, she had a full episode with like Tony Stark and everything. That episode was like canceled or delayed and supposed to be in Season 2 from what we heard. Who knows how that's going to work. But Warrior Gamora was part of the Guardians of the Multiverse in the season finale of Season 1 of What If. So I will be showing Gamora with the rest of the Guardians of the Multiverse that we have. We still don't have a Party Thor or a Black Widow figure. We got, Heist Nebula for some reason, but we can't get, Party Thor. I don't even want Party Thor, to be honest with you. But we can't get that Black Widow. That Black Widow would be awesome to get. But here we have Warrior Gamora, and it's pretty cool. I like the design. It's like the Thanos armor, but it's Gamora, right? She's got the double-bladed sword from Thanos. So it's actually pretty cool. I actually do really kind of like the figure. The problem I have with it is the feet and trying to get her to balance and stand up and all this and that. So that's a little bit of a problem. So, just a heads up on that. Before we get into the figure, I did get mine from ToySnowman.com. They're based in Canada, online retailer for all your action figure needs. So it's not just Marvel Legends, it's not just Hasbro, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, all Transformers, all of that. They do have that, but there's a lot of other different lines that you can get, whether it's like import figures, Joy Toys, Warhammer, a bunch of other stuff. So all your action figure needs, make sure to check out ToySnowman.com. Link in the video description below, which will give you a 5% off coupon code for first-time buyers. So make sure to check them out, ToySnowman.com. And there we go. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Gamora figure. Okay, so here's an up-close look at the Warrior Gamora figure, and of course it has, the animated look to it, so it's not going to resemble live action as much as, we would want it to, because we didn't get a Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. What's up with that, Hasbro? Why not? I think we need it. But anyway, yes, looks very good. It has the animated style, of course. I love the way the hair looks with the gradient of the dark red, or like the brownish black almost, into the red color. That looks pretty cool. The armor and everything is just like Thanos, which is cool. We get 100% new sculpt on this. I love the boots, because the design of the boots, similar to ones that she had before with kind of the opening in the heel. So that is pretty cool. As you can see here, here's the Volume 2 Gamora figure. We didn't get a Volume 3. You can see this similar hair design there. So that is really cool. We are pinless double jointed elbows with bicep swivel on these arms. So that is awesome. We've got bright green skin tone. We get that dull gold brass color. Pinless knees. Everything we want there. Here is her sword. This is the Thanos sword. Again, sculpted detail's nice. I believe this is the exact same. I will verify that here shortly when I do a comparison with Thanos. But this should be the exact same. The only thing about it, she can only hold it with her right hand, and she doesn't have the firmest of grip, to be honest with you. She does hold it, as you can see, but again, it's not super firm in there, so just a little bit of a heads up on that. But yeah. There is Gamora, so let's go ahead and check out her articulation. But first, she does come with the left arm to the Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure. And this is pretty cool. And I like that we actually get a peek behind the curtain here on how they do shoulder pads and stuff. So that's how it is. Just kind of a ring in there on that peg, and it will move around, as you move the arm. So there you have it. And then, yeah. So let's see, is there a swivel there? There's not a swivel there. So single jointed elbow there. So this looks pretty good. I like the gunmetal color on it, so that's kind of nice. So it's going to be a completely different Hydra Stomper. It is not going to be the same as the deluxe figure that we had gotten from Season 1. So this thing is going to be all new, and I'm a little bit excited for it. At first I'm like, oh, that's not going to be great, but I love the color, so hopefully it'll be a great figure. Okay, so for Warrior Gamora's articulation, her head is on a disc hinge, so she can look down that much, which is great. She's not going to be able to look up because the hair is going to hit her back, so that is a little bit unfortunate. So just a heads up on there. You can turn her head, of course. There is some tilt actually in there, which is pretty good. The arms, the shoulders. So she has the shoulder pad there, and then you have this armor chest plate there. That does hinder it a little bit, so you're only going to get the arm to go out that much as opposed to straight out because the armor pieces just, they hit each other. Can you do a full rotation? Not, yeah, I guess you can, yeah, you can make it work, so just a heads up on there. That shoulder pad is at the shoulder ball, so you're not going to get in the way of the bicep swivel other than turning all the way. You just kind of force it a little bit. Double jointed pinless elbow gives you that much bend there, which is great. Wrist swivel, and they have the horizontal hinge on the open hand. Same with the holding hand, the grip hand. We have a diaphragm cut that's not very effective, or not very useful, I should say. So as you can see, tilting to her left is only that much. That's not really a whole lot. Tilting to her right is only that much there. Again, not a whole lot. Going back is a little bit, but nothing too crazy either. But coming forward is It's not often that happens with Hasbro figures. I think I pushed it a little too much. Well, as you can see, ball joint at the diaphragm cut. So I tried to force it forward because it doesn't move very far forward. I gotta... I think I may have broke it. That doesn't happen too often. That sucks. Anyway, hold on a second. Okay, that really was a second because I just, got it close to me and then just popped it in there. But it is going to be, I think, a little too loose for me, and it's going to want to kind of pop off together, pop apart, probably a little too easily. So that's probably something that I want to replace. But anyway, coming forward is very little. As you can see, when I tried to get her forward, it popped apart. So, don't force it. Don't do that. So just a heads up on there. So it's not going to have a whole lot. And then you get the swivel at the diaphragm, of course. And then there is a big gap here on the back. But the good thing is it's on the back. You're not going to see it. The bad thing is it's still pretty ugly when you try to do it. But yeah, big gap. Anyway, legs go out that far apart. She can kick forward that far, which is pretty good. Leg doesn't really go back. She's got the upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless knee. Looks like that. You get that knee pad there, and that's pretty good. That is a little soft, so no big deal there. There's no calf swivel or boot swivel or anything like that. Foot hinges all the way down. You get some hinge up. There is ankle pivot, but it's not as good. Well, it is, but when you're trying to get her to stand, it's not as effective depending on where you have the foot hinged because the leg goes into the boot a little bit. Let me see, ankle. So as you can see, it goes inside the boot a little bit, which makes it a little bit difficult in terms of using that pivot when it's hinged in certain ways. So just a heads up on that. But that is the articulation for Gamora. Please take the lesson learned here and not force that ab forward too much because you're just going to tear it apart. Okay, so here we have Gamora next to the Build-A-Figure Thanos. And you can see the golds or the brass color are a little bit different. It's darker on Gamora, but then the brown parts are a little bit darker on Thanos, I would say. A funny thing about the Gamora figure is since I popped it apart or broke it apart or just, pulled it apart, whatever, as you can see, she wants to lean back. So no matter when I try to get her into kind of this straight up position, as you can see, she slowly wants to revert back to that first position that she was in. And I don't know if that's because of me just, breaking it and it now doing that or how that works, but so you gotta have to work with it a little bit. Mine just could be a little defective. Either way, it sucks, but I guess it kind of is what it is there. But Gamora and Thanos. Okay, so here we have our two Gamora figures. As you can see, Volume 2 versus the Warrior Gamora. And there is quite a bit of a height difference between the two. So, yeah. Very different green skin tones. Yeah, that's... you know what? I guess it was just because of the weight of the sword was causing her to move that way. So, the two different Gamoras there. I wish we get a Volume 3 Guardians of the Galaxy Gamora. Okay, so here we have what has been released by Hasbro for the Guardians of the Multiverse in the Marvel Studios What If Season 1 finale. So up against the Ultron Prime? Supreme... Infinity Ultron, excuse me. I don't know where my mind is going. I'm all messed up from breaking Gamora. But again, just Party Thor and Black Widow needed. I would like to get the Black Widow. I really don't like that Party Thor. Don't give us a Party Thor figure. Although, I guess technically it would be nice to have the completed Guardians of the Multiverse. Whether they play a factor in Season 2 or not, who knows? I kind of feel like they might. But I guess time will tell. We shall see. But yeah, you guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of this Gamora figure? Aside from me breaking the damn thing, what do you think about it? I think it's still a pretty good figure. I'm not the biggest fan of the animated series What If. I'm not the biggest fan of all the What If figures. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are bad, like the Heist Nebula. It's so bad. The Goliath figure is from What If Season 2 in this wave. I actually kind of like the way that looks. We'll see how the figure itself is. But, you know, I guess we'll kind of see. Again, not the biggest fan of the animated series stuff. I'll collect them. They are MCU. But, you know, I'd rather get live action stuff over the animated stuff. But you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on that. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU Collective. And as always, thank you for watching.